del manual de EnglishConnect 3, haga lo siguiente. Recuerde que la lectura está diseñada para su experiencia al escuchar a un hablante típico de inglés sin ayudar a su capacidad para comprender o conversar en inglés. Recuerda, la conversación es confianza. Habla en voz alta y libremente. Nadie quiere que fracasen, especialmente su Padre Celestial. Lee siempre los subtítulos. Pausa el video cuando sea necesario. Reduzca la velocidad del lector en el video cuando sea necesario si usa YouTube. Aunque es posible que otras plataformas no tengan esta opción. Repetición, repetición, repetición. Repite, repite, repite. Marca las palabras con las que tienes problemas cuando la pronunciación o el significado sean confusos o desconocidos. Pero no detengas la fluidez de la oración. Simplemente regrese y comience la oración de nuevo con las correcciones necesarias.
A goal not written is only a wish.
Record your progress or your progress will fail. Si usted no habla inglés, debe estudiarlo al servir como misionero, ya que será para usted una bendición en su misión y en el resto de su vida. El aprendizaje del inglés le permitirá ayudar a edificar el reino del Señor de formas adicionales y será una bendición para usted y para su familia.
Okay, here we go. This is 88 to 106. End up changing the numbers a little bit, but we're getting it done. That's what's important. So, let's start. Taking classes online. Schedule. A plan for when you want someone, you and what someone is going to do. A plan for when and what someone is going to do. All right, now we got it. There we go. 88. Level 2, ask and answer questions. Passage 1, taking classes online. This is a lot of passages. I'm going to run through them quickly, and you'll have all of the review here, the questions and review. All right. Passage 1, taking classes online. Definition, schedule, noun, a plan for when and what someone is going to do. Example, Brian wants to have 3 classes in his school schedule next year. All right, here's the passage. Kara Banks is an academic advisor at State College. Her job is to help students decide which courses to take and to help them succeed in college. Paolo, a student reporter for the school newspaper, sat down with Mrs. Bank and asked her some questions about online courses. Paolo, who benefits the most from, his first question, who benefits the most from online courses? Mrs. Banks, it depends on the individual. Students who have other responsibilities outside of class benefit the most. These are students that are working full-time or taking care of children or other family members. They need more flexibility in their coursework and schedule. It also depends on the student. Some students are more social and prefer to attend class and have face-to-face interactions with classmates and instructors. For others, that interaction isn't as important. Paolo, what are common challenges in online classes? Mrs. Banks, one of the hardest things about online courses can be organization. The student needs to really organize his or her time well. Online students need self-discipline to meet assignment deadlines. You don't want to wait too long to do your work. If you do, you may have to finish all the assignments in a short amount of time. That can have a big impact on grades. Paul, what suggestions do you have for students who take online classes? Mrs. Banks, make a schedule and have a specific time each day when you work on the course. That way you don't have to find time in an already busy schedule because you already made the time. You know, this whole program, EnglishConnect, is really powerful. It's all about making you everything you need to be as far as education, spiritually minded, understand the expectations of leadership, of membership in the church. They're not speaking about followership, but to be a good leader, you got to be able to follow too. So, you know that. But this is really good what they're doing. My wife was listening to me talk about what I'm reading. She says, this is all about the church, isn't it? And developing. Yep, that's what it is. Passage 2, page 89, disruptive classmates. Reverent. Showing respect and listening quietly. Example, Philip is not a reverent boy. He always talks to his friend in his class at church while the teacher is trying to teach. They tell you the adjective is reverent, and he is not a reverent boy. He's using it in negative. This passage is adapted from the question and answer section of a magazine called The New Era for ages 12 to 18. In this article, a 12-year-old boy asked a question about how to help a particular student in his church class. A question to the new era. One of the boys in my 12-year-old church class is very disruptive. It is nearly impossible for me to learn anything from lessons or enjoy class activities. He never settles down and always causes trouble. How can I help him? Answers from the new era. Be an example. Don't join in his jokes when it isn't appropriate. Talk to him in private. Don't make a big deal about it during class, but be careful of his feelings. Be kind as you try to help him understand the importance of being reverent and respectful. As a class, decide on an explicit set of rules for behavior during class time and activities. As you work to help your friend learn when reverence is appropriate, don't forget to pray for guidance and to show love and kindness. Reader's responses: treat him with kindness. At that age, many kids mostly just want to be accepted. Show him he is loved. Eventually, he will grow out of it. I've been in that situation before. That was from Amelia, now age 15. There's another one from Kim, age 15. I've been in that situation before. If they're obnoxious and annoying, it might be that they are in need of a friend. Just be kind to them, let them know you care. And Jason, age 17, a great way to calm an obnoxious person down is to ask him the question: would you be acting this way if Jesus were here? Think of Christ. Thinking of Christ keeps us focused on his gospel and keeps us from being rowdy. Are you having celestial thoughts? Think celestial. Okay, we're on 90. Employee, a person who works for another person or company. Example, my boss has 10 employees. I had 130 employees at one time. It was a lot of work. Sarah, but I had it delegated. I did a good job on that. Sarah's trying to get a new job. She wants to know what abilities she needs to have to get a good job. She found the paragraph below on a website about professional skills. What is the most important quality that employers look for in their employees? Okay, this is a good comment by Franklin Pierce. Many employers have high expectations for their workers. In other words, employers always look for employees with a wide range of qualities and professional skills. Thus, it is difficult to determine exactly which quality or skill stands out as the most important. However, speaking from my own experience as an employer, the first thing I look for in a potential employee is integrity. Individuals with integrity can be counted on to be honest with me and their workmates. To clarify, these employees will never lie, cheat, or steal to get ahead. In this day and age, so many employees are tempted to lie about their abilities to ensure job security or to improve their pay by the smallest amount. In my view, this is absolutely not acceptable. In fact, any worker displaying such behavior should promptly be removed from his or her employment. Indeed, I would much rather train an honest, less qualified employee than put up with another deceitful worker. Further, at my company, the honest workers find themselves advancing the quickest, regardless of overall skill level. With this in mind, I advise all potential employees to avoid compromising their integrity by lying about their skills on a resume. It will likely not work out very well for them in the end. Okay, what do you got here? Level 2, describe. Passage 1, ice cream museum. Ice cream. This is page 91. A soft frozen treat made with sweetened milk fat. Example, Emil likes to eat ice cream on hot summer days. History. Events of the past. Example, it is important to learn about the history of your country. Welcome to the Double Scoop Ice Cream Museum. Okay. Before you choose an activity, learn about the history of ice cream. Ice cream throughout history. Number 1, in the 2nd century BC, King Tang in China had 94 men make ice cream for him with milk and flour. In later centuries, both Emperor Nero and Alexander the Great ate a substance made of snow with honey or juice. And 2, in the 13th century, Marco Polo was supposedly exposed to ice cream in China. He then introduced it to Italy. From there, ice cream spread to England, France, and the United States. Ice cream in the United States. Number 3, ice cream has been a familiar treat in the United States almost since its beginnings. In the summer of 1790, first president of the United States, George Washington, spent $200 on ice cream. In the 1800s, there were new inventions like electric power and new freezing equipment. Then more people could buy ice cream, and they did. Number 4, ice cream raised morale during World War II when the United States military served ice cream to its soldiers. Then in 1945, that's the end of the war, a floating ice cream shop was introduced, which was used to serve ice cream to sailors. World War II ended in 1946. The year after the war ended, each American ate an average of 20 quarts of ice cream. 45. I'll have to look that up. Okay, on page 92, magazine, The Perfect Leader. Spencer W. Kimball was president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I just bore my testimony. The passage is adapted from a speech he gave in 1977. Jesus knew who he was. He also knew his purpose. He could lead from strength rather than from uncertainty. Jesus operated from a base of fixed principles or truths. He did not make up the rules as he went along. His leadership style was not only correct, but it was also constant. So many world leaders today are like chameleons. They change their hues and views to fit the situation. This only tends to confuse followers who aren't certain. Jesus said several times, "Come follow me." His was a program of do what I do. It was not do what I say. He walked closely with those he served. He was not afraid of close friendships. He was not afraid that he would disappoint his followers. Leadership cannot lift others unless we serve those to be led. Jesus kept himself virtuous. He permitted people to touch the hem of his clothing. Then virtue would flow from him. Jesus taught us that we are accountable for our actions. We are also accountable for our thoughts. This is so important for us to remember. Accountability is not possible without fixed principles. Good leaders will remember they are accountable to God. They will also remember that they are accountable to those they lead. People truly tend to be more accountable when their leaders are. Jesus also taught us to use our time wisely. This does not mean there can never be any leisure. There must be time for renewal, but there must be no waste of time. How we manage time matters so very much, and we can be good managers of time without being frantic. Time cannot be recycled. When the moment is gone, it's really gone. The tyranny of trivia consists of its driving out the moments that really matter. Minutia holds momentous things hostage, and we let the tyranny continue all too often. Wise time management is really the wise management of ourselves. Adapted from Spencer W. Kimball, Jesus, the Perfect Leader. Okay, we're now on humans and pets. Okay, companionship is 93. Companionship, a noun. The feeling of having a friend, feeling close to someone. Example, I love the companionship of my dog. Okay, let's make sure we're good here. 10:30, we're good. And we're good there. Okay. My feeling of having a friend, feeling close to someone. I love the companionship of my dog. Okay, therapy, a treatment meant to fix or help a problem. Example, I heard that John's therapy is helping him feel better. This is a short article about relationships and communication between humans and their pets. Why do so many people in the world enjoy taking care of pets? Many people have dogs of all kinds and breeds. Others prefer to live with cats in the home. Some people like to have snakes or tarantulas as pets. No matter the kind of animal, humans have always liked to take care of animals in their homes. There are many reasons people like having pets. Perhaps one reason is to enjoy the experience of raising an animal. It is not an easy task to raise a pet. However, the rewards of companionship and accomplishment are worth the effort. Some people say they can even communicate with their pet. In fact, dogs and cats can let their owners know when they are hungry or need to go outside. Some pets are especially good at showing their love and affection. These animals don't even use words. Another reason people like pets is because of the friendship and love they feel from their pets. When life gets difficult, having an animal to take care of at home can help. This kind of animal therapy is used in college campuses, hospitals, and homes for the elderly. For example, this therapy is used to help fight depression. Many people share special bonds with their pets. Even though pets cannot speak to their owners, apparently communication does help. Okay, we're 94. And we're going from here to, let's see, what is it again? It is to 106. Okay, we're almost there. Study groups. Narrett, Louisiana State University. Jack and Jill are both freshmen at LSU. They're both enrolled in Biology 101. As music majors, both of them struggle in their science classes. After getting a D on their first exam, they both decided to change their study habits. Both of them prepared harder for the next exam. Both of them spent more time studying. However, Jack studied with his classmates. He received a B on the next exam. Jill still only got a D+. What made the difference? Study groups. Jill didn't know that a study group could have helped her improve faster. As part of a study group, Jack studied with others and improved his scores. As a new freshman, consider the importance of joining a study group. Study group always improves student life. Some research shows that study groups improve the student experience in the following ways: new perspectives, improved study skills, efficient learning, decreased procrastination, and less test anxiety. Let's read each one of them. New perspectives. Discussing ideas with others helps you see things differently. Improve study skills. Your own method might not be the best. It helps to see what other people do. Efficient learning. Students learn faster working in groups than alone. Decrease procrastination. Being accountable to a group means you have a set time to study. It won't wait for tomorrow. Less text anxiety. Discussing lessons with classmates improves confidence for tests. Don't wait until it's too late. The best time to start or join a study group is now. For more information about study habits, study by the Student Development Center. Okay? Okay, we're going to 95. And we have, got time. Okay, Esther F. Benson. Passage. Disciple leaders are faithful and work hard. Consider the example of President Ezra F. Benson. Ezra F. Benson began learning to be a leader in his youth. When he was almost 13 years old, his father was called to serve a mission. As the oldest child in the family, Ezra assumed many leadership responsibilities on the family farm during his father's absence. Several years later, as a missionary, he served as a branch president. Later, he served in multiple state presidencies. During his professional career, he worked in many leadership positions in the agricultural industry. He became a leader and expert in the field of agriculture. President Dwight D. Eisenhower asked him to serve in the highest agricultural position in the United States. For 8 years, he worked with President Eisenhower as the United States Secretary of Agriculture. Before he became president of the church, President Benson served for 12 years as president of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. Quorum members had great respect for him as their leader. Elder Bruce R. McConaughey said, often told, or quoted, quote, often told family members he had never seen President Benson's administrative equal in the church. President Benson cared continuously for those he led. He taught by example. I know of no man more considerate of his associates or more concerned for their well-being, President Benson said. He does not ask others to do that which he is unwilling to do himself, but rather sets an example of service for others of us to follow. President Benson was also effective in utilizing the talents of others by delegating work to others, teaching and building them through that process. President Benson said, if you are to provide future leadership for the church, your country, and your own homes, you must stand firm in the faith, unwavering in the face of evil. Okay? And we are one more. 96. There. Networking is an important professional skill. Okay? Professional networking. Woo! That's a good one. Professional networking. There's a common saying that goes, it's not what you know, but who you know. Success sometimes has little to do with what we know. Often, opportunities arise from those whom we know. A professional network is a network of people that you have connected with. The larger your network is, the more chances you have for professional support and growth. My wise friend Doug uses 3 ways to increase his professional network. He goes to professional conferences. At those conferences, he routinely introduces himself. He connects with as many people as possible. He makes notes of those he meets throughout the day. He asks for business cards. He immediately adds face-to-face contacts to social media. At the end of each day, he finds his new contacts on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. He connects with them on social media. He always sends a personal message. In this way, he continues the association beyond conference. He uses every type of social interaction to make professional connections. At the park with his children or checking out at the store, Doug gets to know people with ease. He never lets an opportunity to connect pass him by. Okay, that'll be good. We're up to 97. I thought we'd go to 1 something, but that's so good. That's okay. We're at 88 to 97. Okay. So, with that.
Si realmente desea asistir a las universidades presentadas en este programa, puede lograr ese objetivo de hábitos diarios de estudio continuo que incluye en su misión los requisitos. El capítulo 7 del nuevo Predicad mi Evangelio es específico en el requisito de que aquellos misioneros que utilicen esta misión para edificar una sólida red de miembros y compañeros sean bendecidos por la presencia constante de experiencias impulsadas por la educación. No dejes que esta misión se quede corta en todo lo que puede ser orar, estudiar, aprovechar las bendiciones del don de lenguas y Dios bendecirá tus esfuerzos con éxito aquí y después de tu misión. Tú eres el amo de tu futuro siempre y cuando sigas las impresiones del Señor.
Puede asistir a cualquiera de estas instituciones en línea, BYU Idaho o Ensign College, después de completar el programa EnglishConnect, a través de BYU Paswa Worldwide Paswa a precios reducidos tanto para miembros de la iglesia como para amigos de la iglesia.